Our Jersey girls are back with season 9, episode 1 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. So the show immediately starts off with flashbacks with Teresa and Melissa, which honestly, if you ask me, I just think is a last ditch effort to just boost ratings for this current season. Honestly, I think that's something that helped out the ratings before. When Melissa first came on the scene, it was all hell breaking loose. As we saw at the christening, we also saw at the family retreat when Joe Gorga called his sister Teresa garbage. And, of course, her husband, Joe Giudice, was not here for it. And pretty much, I just think they're just using the flashbacks to hype up beef for this season. And I think there's going to be some drama, as we see in the trailer, between Melissa and Teresa again. Now, the question is, do we think that the drama is going to be really juicy, something interesting? We don't know. But, I mean, it helped out before, so I'm here for it to see what's going on, pretty much. So the show starts off with Teresa. She's at home. It shows her current life with pretty much being a single parent while Joe is away. Her father is still living with her, which he has been there with Teresa at her home since his wife, her mother, passed away. And then also we see Teresa mentioning that Joe has less than a year. And in real life, we know that Joe is going to be deported. So I'm curious to see if that's going to play out on this season. I think they're from Sicily. I don't want to give out the wrong location, but I believe so. So I'm just wondering if Teresa is going to uproot her children, give up the current life that she had to rebuild after all of the financial issues that her and Joe had, and move to another country. You got to think about your children. They're in school, all their friends here. So I know that's going to be very rough and hard on them if that is something that she decides. But honestly, I don't think she would do that, especially with the Real Housewives of New Jersey being her main bread and butter at this time. So we'll see how it plays out, I guess. Hopefully, we'll see how it plays out on this season. But pretty much moving along, we have Margaret and those damn pigtails. Like, oh my God. Just when I was hoping that the pigtails was going to be gone, I forgot that Bravo likes to use the same pictures a few seasons in a row. So, of course, we see her with the pigtails. I'm sure that's going to be her confessional. Excuse me, not confessional, her opening look as well with the taglines, and I'm not here for it. She need to get rid of those damn pigtails. I'm over Margaret saying it was her and her husband in the shower. We ain't wanting to see that either. Margaret's husband said pretty much he said that he wants a motorcycle. If she gets him a motorcycle, that will motivate him to speed up working on the house, which is still under construction. According to Margaret, everything is the same as we saw last season. But anyways, his bargain was get me a motorcycle. I'll fix up the house faster. And she said that, okay, but if I get you a motorcycle, I'm getting my face done. Girl, how we go from a motorcycle to get your face done? Girl, you already basically wanted to get your face done, but you're just using this as an excuse to work this into your storyline for the season. But I ain't here to nitpick throughout the whole season, so I'm going to just let it ride this time and let her go on with her facelift, honey. We move along to Miss Dolores. Ooh, I like Dolores, honey. Sometimes when she around Ziggy, though, I'm glad Ziggy ain't around, because she was like sucking the life out of everything, and she was sucking the life out of Dolores. She was acting like she was a succubus because she just drained her, because she go right along with everything that she says. But anyways, Dolores is empty nester this season, and she's stating that her and Frank still live together. Of course, all of the children are out of the home. They're in college. And pretty much, if you ask me, I always think that Dolores and Frank will get back together. honestly. Even though she said that she has this new man, David, which she stated that she only sees once a week. I mean, if it's a long distance relationship, I can understand. But if, I mean, last season you were kind of complaining because you didn't get as much attention as you wanted, especially now that you're an empty nester. It's like you have all this free time. I mean, usually it would be dating and spending time with your man, but he's not around, and maybe it's just because he's not here for the show. We don't know, because I think they've only showed him once, maybe, and we might have got a phone call from him, but that's about it. But nevertheless, we're gonna move right along. Dolores pretty much is upset with Frank because he was disbarred. She is upset that he was about this situation because she find out just like everybody else found out. He did not tell her that he was disbarred for misappropriating client funds, honey. And she ready some nothing was stolen, everything were nah, girl. If you misappropriated client funds, honey, that means you use somebody else's funds without their permission, honey. I don't care if you borrowed it, girl. He stole the money. I mean, point blank, period, plain and simple. He stole the money. I mean, I guess I can understand her being mad, but at the same time, I'm like, girl, why do you care? Y'all are not together. You have a man. I mean, from what we heard last season, he out and about dipping it and doing it. He always spending time in Miami most of the time. So, I mean, I guess you made a point when you said you should know because of your children being in college and paying for that. So yeah, I mean, in that sense, yeah, I need to know if I'm gonna have to put the little extra coins in this year or next year to cover tuition. So in that sense, when it comes to the children, yes. But outside of that, it's like, girl, whatever. And speaking on this, I might as well go ahead and get this out the way too, because it seems like this is going to be, at least for the first part of the season, the main drama, because we hear that Danielle has been going around talking about Frank being disbarred. We know that she's talked to Melissa about it. She's talked to Margaret about it. And she's talked to Teresa about it. Pretty much everyone except for Dolores she has talked to about it. So we see those little clips and snippets throughout the episode, which I'm like, okay, honey, this is just Danielle wiggling her way in to get it started. But I mean, I guess when everybody ain't really got no storyline, you got to use Danielle to get it started. I mean, quite as it's kept, she kept it started the first few seasons, so why not? All I know, if y'all gonna keep using Danielle for this drama like y'all did last year too, y'all might as well let her go ahead and get her. I don't even know what they got in New Jersey because they don't even hold nothing. Well, she might as well just get her tagline at the beginning because she been getting started since she came back last season. So we gonna see how that play out too, I guess. Other than that, I mean, this episode was kind of lackluster. It really wasn't much going on. Melissa is turning 39. She is having a party, which she said that she invited everyone to. Also, she mentioned that she invited one of the new girls to the party as well. I believe she said that her name was Jackie. So I'm guessing that she may be a new housewife as well. And then also, at this point, as far as talking about the party, we later see where Teresa lets her friend Dolores know that Danielle has been running around town talking about Frank being disbarred. We know how Dolores is. That's the main thing I like about her. Whether right or wrong, she's going to stick up for her friends, family, loved ones. So we know she's going to ride hard for Frank. So I'm here for that. And Danielle does pick a lot, honey, but she got the right one because Dolores don't back down, honey. She does not back down. So I'm ready to see that. Well, I guess kind of, but you know, guess drama is drama. We got to take what we gonna get these days with New Jersey. Honestly, the episode really didn't give much. I feel like the franchise for New Jersey is going down a little bit. I think it needs to be recast again. They keep casting the wrong people, in my opinion. Honestly, I felt like when they brought the twins up there, Teresa and her twin. I can't even think of her twin name. And then they also had the Amber girl. I felt like that would have been a good combination because they had drama amongst each other because they know each other, and then being introduced into the group of everyone else, of course other things happen, drama, Teresa going back and forth about Joe and her saying clink clink about him getting locked up. Like, I would have liked to expand there with them. And hell, even though I always talk about Jacqueline, y'all could have tried to keep Jacqueline around too. I don't know what they're gonna do with the franchise, honestly. Once Caroline left, honey, I was like, girl, I don't know what's going on, because Caroline was my girl and she was the voice of reason, honey. So now we ain't got no voice of reason. We just got a lot of foolishness going on, honestly. Other than that, I did like the little secret door that Melissa had to her party. I thought that was cute. I was thinking like, oh, that'll be a good idea for a party. We find out that Danielle is also getting married, which I've read that we're going to be seeing later on in the season. So I'm like, okay, if Danielle's starting this drama, she getting married, if it's going to be in the season, she better have a tagline. That's all I got to say. Also at the party, we see finally Jackie, who said that she's the fun drunk when she's talking to Melissa, and she said that she goes all the way up here, and then she comes down here and turns into the bad drunk. And I'm like, oh, girl. Well, that's interesting enough, honey. We know you get a few drinks in these girls, honey. They start acting a fool on reality TV, so I'm sure she's gonna have her a few scenes. We also see another new girl, Jennifer, who I'm assuming is going to also be another housewife or potentially a friend of a housewife, because we also see her in the trailer. Her and Margaret gets into it later about not sleeping with husbands, and Margaret says, your husband sleeps at his girlfriend's bed. So they're getting real low down, dirty, below the belt, gutter this season. I guess all the stunts, honey, all tricks out the bag, honey, to keep this season afloat. And other than that, at the party, I mean, they built up all this anticipation of Danielle and Dolores meeting up at the party, but Dolores was like, girl, I'm just gonna try to avoid her. And I mean, that's pretty much what she did. We didn't even really get nothing else. So that's really all I have for the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I mean, it used to be one of my favorite franchises, but I just think key ingredients are missing from the show. And I think the show did so well before because everyone had a genuine connection, as far as Teresa being friends with Jacqueline and Dina, and through them meeting Caroline, and then you start getting close with Caroline, and then we get Danielle brought in by Jacqueline. So I think it was pretty good then. Then along the way, when people start dropping like flies, it was like, ugh. Now, honestly, I'm kind of over the family drama between Melissa and Teresa. I'd rather see y'all be made up and be friends, be on each other's side, than beefing with each other. I wish y'all would have at least manufactured some other drama and just be like, girl, just pick one of the new girls and we can go after them together this season, honey, or something. I'd rather see that, but I will keep tabs on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. It was one of my favorite housewife franchises, so I'm hoping there's something that goes on this season that will help to revive the show and put a spark in all of the Jersey fans that's been longing for a great season for the past few seasons. But that's all I have really for the show. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so anytime I post a new video, you will be instantly notified. But until next time, thank you. Peace.